And what advice would you give to someone, or maybe even to your younger self, when you're looking to start a business, particularly, say, in the creative field or any field?
Wow. So many advice. Depends how long I have with my younger self. Probably stay the course, in that any mistake you make is likely going to be so big that you can't recover from it. So when you're in the pits of it, it's okay to obviously feel emotionally terrible and like go through the whole thing, but like know that you can come out of it if you start doing the right things, and over time you can like bounce back. Mm-hmm. I think that's important. The other thing is, I think the importance of equity. I think when you're young, a lot of times you start companies with your buddies.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, okay, you take half, I'll take half. I don't know how many like times people do that. I think people do that a lot.
That's exactly what we did.
You know,
yeah.
Like there's 4 guys. Okay. Like all 4 of us want to do something. Cool. 25, 25, 25, 25. It's very easy to get in bed with someone, but it's very hard to get a divorce. It's very messy. So I think like, and because business requires so much problem solving and communication and working with each other in order for it to become a big thing. Like in order for all 4 people to enjoy the fruits of that labor, you're going to have to go through a bunch of shit together.
100%.
And you generally isn't equal. Like who just wakes up and finds 3 other buddies that are going to be like equally matched in energy and that are like synergistically like amazing for each other. And I'm going to solve this problem and you're going to be like perfect complement and you're going to solve that problem. And the 4 of us are going to come together like Voltron.
Yeah.
Like that never fucking happens.
It does not.
Like it doesn't, right? Like it's never like a perfect fit. Actually, I would put a good amount of money that like if you just woke up and like looked around and picked your 3 buddies and those 3 are your co-founders, it's more likely than not that those are not the right type of guys for you to share an equal amount of equity with. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so I think like equity is so important because it's what gets you going.
Yeah.
Like that's why you work in the business. You know, sure, passion, sure, I love it, but like you have to have shares in a business to work. So I think it's very important to be very aware. Don't rush into starting a business. Don't rush into signing shares. Don't rush into like who you're going to do it with. Like be very thoughtful about that whole process. And then when you're ready to do it, it doesn't have to be 50-50. It's okay. It's actually better to be like, I know I'm going to do less work. I'll take a smaller share. If you are indeed going to go down that path of doing it that way. And I think like being very aware of your talents and your friends' talents in the early days will save you a lot of problems down the road and actually might be the deciding factor as to whether your company lives or dies.
I think you're 100% right too. Like me and my 2 partners, like we spent a lot of time like talking about this and going through it. And luckily we are a good fit. And we're not just thinking about this one. We're thinking like businesses down the line. But I think what you said is very important because it's almost, you're choosing like your wife, if anything, someone you see even more than your wife.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
It's just like waking up and be like, the first print your phone, yeah, that's going to be my wife.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Like, it's just, what are the chances of that? Like, exactly. The probability is pretty low.
Yeah.